Hey guys, so I wanted to do a quick video while I'm driving. That's why you won't see me looking into the screen. But I wanted to talk to you about size. And so tomorrow it comes out. This CP price, challenge pack price, is a basic, and it will be $140, which is amazing price point for us. And so of course I always talk about a challenge group, and I don't call it a challenge group. And I actually didn't use the word size, because if there's one thing I hate, I hate to be like everybody else. So I don't like to use like words like 21-day fix. I don't like to use words like size or anything like that. So I use words like dance program, meal portioned, meal planning, things like that. And why I do that is because there's people who have a preconceived notion about Beachbody or about Beachbody programs, and so it's better that I don't use that, so that I get an opportunity to talk to them and possibly you know, give them information so that they don't come to me with a pre-existing judgment about things. So that's one thing. And so what happens, these people get in touch with me and they want to join my program, or they want to find more information. I do not give them like a whole thing about what my group is all about and Shakeology or anything like that. I'm like, hey Sue, I'm getting in touch with you because you expressed interest in joining my group, or you wanted more information about my group. Hey, can you tell me what your measurable goals are for this? And I use that word measurable because just like we need to focus ourselves, we need to focus on clients. And so when we say measurable, it allows us to help guide them. You know, what do they want to happen in 30 days? You know, if they just tell you lose weight, well, you know, not to be crass, but you could take a poop and lose weight. So, you know, we need to figure out, you know, what is reasonable and what they want to do. So I just leave it like that. I just leave that question and send it back to them, and then they will probably get back to me, and usually they get back to me like immediately, and they'll say, hey, you know, I would love to lose 30 pounds. I would love it if just in a month, if I could get 10 pounds off, it'd feel really great. And then I'll say to them, well, how would you say your nutrition is, and what have you done in the past that you think has either worked really good for you or not so much? And then like I'll put like a kind of smiley face. So I always try to keep my dialogue very light, very conversational. And if it takes me 6 times to talk to somebody, I have no problem with that whatsoever. And so the next thing I do is they usually call back and they'll say to me like, hey, you know, I tend to overeat, or I tend to do this, or they'll tell me, you know, Weight Watchers worked pretty well for me, you know, those kind of things. And then I'll ask them, I'll say, how is your nutrition? Do you feel like you get enough nutrition in the foods that you're choosing? Or do you feel like that's an area where you need to work on? And so that gives me more information. And then I'll ask them, you know, what is a typical day for you? These videos are about 30 minutes. Some of them are 45 minutes. Do you think you'll have time to incorporate that in your day? And so what these questions are is they're really qualification questions, because not everybody is going to be your client. And by going through this, you know, you kind of help them, lead them where you want them to go, and it helps you because you start to know their goals and what they want to accomplish, so that you can best you know, help them. Obviously, if somebody has a medical issue or an injury or something like that, like size might not be the best problem. They might have to start with the ultimate reset or something else like that. So you know, we really want to do our clients a service by, you know, finding out those questions. And so I don't get into like what the group is and stuff like that in Shakeology, like until we've kind of like gone back and forth a few times. And then I'll say to people, you know, once I get all the information, I was like, well, you know, thank you so much for sharing. all that information. So what you're telling me, and I always regurgitate what they tell me because people like to know that they're heard. So I say to them, well, what you're telling me is like you really struggle at night with sugar issues and that you kind of have a busy job, like really stressful. But you do have time that you'll be able to get this workout in. And I think that's great. And I think that you're going to be a perfect candidate for this program. And let me tell you why. And then I start to give them, and it's usually something I've already written out. And the way I personalize it is just kind of explaining to them, like, you know, with a hectic lifestyle, you're going to totally love that you have a nutrition dense shake that you can put into your diet. So at least there's one thing you have control over. And then I also include two videos about what's in Shakeology and how it's different, because I think a lot of people think that it's a weight loss shake, and it's not. So I've always sold Shakeology from a wellness point of view and from a healing point of view and from a you know, being able to get you better results or get you to your goals faster. And I think because I've done that and I've taken the extra steps to show people that, I really don't have people saying no to me, because I show them how Shakeology is linked into their success for the program. So when people come to me and they want to you know, they want to know about size or they want to know about the program, I don't explain just the program. I explain the whole program in terms of how Shakeology is going to work and stuff like that. So hopefully that is helpful to you. You know, if you think it works, that's great. If you think that what you're doing works, by all means, you know what I mean? What do they say? Don't fix something that's not broken. But that's kind of how I do that. And so size will be released tomorrow. So you want to make sure that you keep